become its head? Or is
Yeah.
its head wearing its tail?
Farig giraffe.
An unexpected
Farig
evolution.
giraffe. I love how just
Girafarig has evolved into Farigiraffe. In the
Farigiraffe.
Pokédex, you can see photos of Pokemon as well as
I mean, to be
information about
fair,
them, so you can get to
it
know
looks a
them
little bit more
even
like a
better
giraffe for that.
along the way.
Jesus, that's rough.
Right,
Whoa, whoa.
that's the gym test passed.
I remember that.
What we got on the docket is taking a look at Pokemon for a little bit. It's 14 minutes. I saw that. I just didn't expect it to be like that type of a beefy trailer. Like 7 minutes, 6 minutes, maybe. I wasn't expecting like a full 14 minutes. So I guess we're gonna just get a full rundown, and it's gonna be one of the last things we'll see. Well, maybe not. I do know about Girafarig's evolution. I'm gonna tell you that right now. It's been kind of like all over the place, and I know about the selfies, but that's all I really know so far. Let me go ahead and get this started in 3, 2, 1, and go.
All right, everyone. It's almost time to begin your journeys in the Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet.
We got a whole month.
Are you ready? You'll get to catch Pokemon, raise them, and
Vampy.
battle them, as you embark on an adventure where the familiar charms of the Pokemon series evolve into a new experience.
Someone's actually just written down everything about all the appearances so far.
You'll take part in an
I feel
independent
it.
study program called the Treasure Hunt.
Also, our
You'll
rival's
search
tall
this
as fuck
vast world for a precious treasure of your very
in comparison to
own.
everybody else.
But hey, at this point,
He might be like
you
just
probably knew
the
all that
senior.
already, right? Here's something we hope even you well-informed viewers will enjoy: a sneak peek at 4 particular trainers' journeys in Paldea.
Oh,
Now let the adventures begin.
Lechonk. Oh, you just walked into him.
This trainer is battling a Pokemon called Lechonk.
Lechonk.
is a gourmand. It's proud of its nose, which it uses to sniff out delicious food.
I can't help but look at the texture now.
Oh, look! Quaxley terastallized.
That's gonna be a term that's gonna take a while to get used to still.
Terastallizing is a phenomenon unique to the
Terastallize.
Paldea, but all Pokemon can do it. It adds
Now,
extra punch
you're
to
now
moves of the
extra
Pokemon
water type.
Terra
At least that's what it told me. As far as the UI and everything. Keep on, you're saying, I know I'm gonna pick the apple Pokemon.
What's that over there? Is that a glowing Pokemon?
You mean Applin?
It seems to be a Jigglypuff. But why is it shining so bright?
I don't know.
Better approach it slowly and start a battle.
It probably has a specific, like, tail size, like, form of it. Or, oh, there's that.
This Jigglypuff has the water type for its Terra type. Apparently, these sparkly wild Pokemon will terastallize in battle.
Okay. So at least you'll know exactly, like, what you're getting. And hopefully it's not just Jigglypuff.
This Jigglypuff seems pretty tough. But Quaxly's strong too. Dealing enough damage to a wild
Just call
Terra
crystallization.
Pokemon
Nah, that's not what
causes
they're
terastallization
they're not
and
terming it
done.
as. I don't mind Terra
Now,
though.
Throw a Pokeball.
It's just terrestrialization. It's like, whoa. Hey, calm down.
Nice. The wild Jigglypuff was caught. Some Pokemon, like
That's
this
cool.
Jigglypuff, have
It
a
just-
Terra
it just
type
shows up, like, right
completely
there.
different from their regular type. Any Pokemon is capable of having any of the 18 different types.
I can
as its
see-
Terra type.
That it'd be beneficial if it's just like one it's naturally weak to.
What's this? Quaxly's out there in the world, charging straight toward that Litleo. Looks like
Man.
Quaxly battled Litleo on its own. and
Litleo
won.
tough?
That's because the trainer gave Quaxly the Let's Go command. Using Let's Go will send your lead Pokemon out onto the field to battle.
It does feel like Arceus in that way,
If a
since
Pokemon gets
that you
sent
can
out
do
toward
whatever you
an item,
want,
it'll go pick it up.
and then
Just
you
like
just
Quaxly
have your
here.
Pokemon like
What a useful
interact.
command
Although
for
you can't
searching your
really
surroundings.
do the
These
trajectory
Pokemon
toss.
are so helpful, giving their all for their partner.
Can it follow you?
The trainer opens
I think
his
it
map
does,
to
right?
see where he wants
Or
to
not?
go. You can set a place as your destination to keep yourself on track as you go.
Fair
Then
enough.
we can hop atop the legendary Pokemon Miraidon and get going. And what have we here? It's a base belonging to Team Star, the school troublemakers. Starfall Street, one of the 3 major stories that will make up your Paldean adventures, will unfold in bases like this one.
Listen, we have the legendary on us.
Time to face
I think we're
Team
fine.
Star. Our trainer rang the bell and barged into the base. That takes some guts. But things
Growler.
look bad. There are lots of grunts around, and they keep sending out Pokemon. They just
Wiglet.
won't quit blocking the way.
Okay, so you can like send out multiples.
Defeat Team Star's Pokemon. There we go. All the grunts have been defeated at last. Oh wait, is that some kind of tricked out car?
It is.
It is.
I was gonna say it really is like the Mario, like Super Mario Land 1 or 3D Land.
She's obviously tough. It's easy to see why she's a boss. Time for these trained up Pokemon to battle.
You use the same like Pokemon as the grunts. I mean, I guess that's the given. It feels weird that we get a legendary right off the bat. That's the assumption, right? I think that is going to be the case, but I also think that they could easily like change that a little bit. TM machine?
The TM machine lets you make your own TMs. Also
Okay.
known as technical machines, using materials Pokemon drop when you defeat or catch them.
All right. Not a bad alternative, actually.
Now, where will she go next?
Are they unlimited uses
Seems to
after
be a
making them,
desert-like
or?
area under a blazing sun. Just looking at it is enough to make you thirsty. Oh, her Rotom
San
phone is
Diego
ringing.
Comic-Con.
Sounds like Arvin, her friend in the next grade up.
Actually, it's not too bad.
To give Arvin a hand, the trainer's headed to a rock face where a Titan lurks. This is one of the stops on the Path of Legend, a story where you'll seek out legendary herbs called Herba Mystica. There it is, a gigantic Titan Pokemon. Time to battle.
The Stony Cliff Titan.
Right off the
It definitely
bat,
has like the health bar, like similar to like you whenever you do like your raid battles as well.
Icy Wind lowered the Titan Cloth's speed stat.
Your character's so
Balloon
so
Terrestrialized
enthusiastic.
to become a grass type. This
I think
is
that's Chef's
terrible.
reaction.
A new move
I saw
that
his
changes
posting. He's
how
not
fast
pleased
the
with
user's
this
terra type
game.
when the user is terrestrialized. It ought to be handy for a Pokemon with
Wow,
a terra type
alright.
different from its regular types. Looks like Claw
I'm out.
suddenly got somewhere else to be. Wait, what's our trainer doing now of all times? Looks like she's taking a little break from adventuring to trade Pokemon with a friend.
Nice.
And
I
over
like
here,
how.
her trade partner has received Girafarig.
Wait, is this? Oh, never mind. I was gonna say, is that when Girafarig evolves?
To her team, and she's gonna let it run around
It does
in the
follow
field
you,
and
though.
train up for some
Nice.
battles.
I like how though, just how the animation is going. It really is like you're on the same like region,
Oh,
and you just like sent it off just like in the nearby area over there.
hang on. Did its tail become its head? Or is
Yeah.
its head wearing its tail?
Farig Giraffe.
An unexpected
Farig
evolution.
Giraffe. I love how just
Girafarig has evolved into Farigiraf. In the
Farigiraf.
Paldea Pokédex, you can see photos of Pokemon as well as
I mean, to be
information about
fair,
them, so you can get to
it
know
looks a
them
little bit
even
more like a
better.
giraffe for that. It's kind of weird
Let's
though.
check out the town of
It's got two
Artisan
mouths.
next. It looks like one big park. Now that the trainer's Pokemon have gotten stronger, it seems she's made her way to a gym. She's following Victory Road, the story where you'll conquer all 8 gyms to achieve champion rank. Nimona, the battle-loving trainer who'll show you the
I was gonna
ropes,
say, like,
is
what if-
all fired up.
Oh, you already know my
Before you
thing.
battle a gym leader, you'll first have to pass the gym test
I
at
would
their
see
gym.
how far I can get with
Better
level
get started
grinding.
right away.
Jesus, that's rough. Whoa,
Right,
whoa.
that's the gym test passed. Time to battle the gym
The
leader.
frame rate on those some floor, I was like,
Here
whoa.
comes Gracias, the grass-type gym leader, with a striking entry.
Listen, I don't know about the whip still. But you just do what you gotta. They really touched up on animation specifically to like the trainers and whatnot.
Sudowoodo terrestrialized
But I
and
think
became a
other
grass
things
type.
aren't really like put in focus as a result. I think it works out.
You gonna be okay, Fido? How's our trainer gonna handle this one?
Show us Fido's evolution. Or actually just tell us it doesn't evolve.
Fight back
And I'll be like,
with our
alright.
own Pokemon terrestrialize.
You can see the 30 frame. Oh no. I don't think that was 30 frames. Maybe it was though.
Fido became a flying type. That should give it an edge against this grass.
That's
type
interesting.
Sudowoodo. No matter who or what you're up against, with some smart terrestrializing, you'll have nothing to fear. I can't wait to see how battles will unfold
Nice.
between terrestrialized Pokemon. This trainer's heading into a hair salon to spice things up.
That's become a common thing
Look at all
in the
these
game.
options. How are you supposed to choose?
You have to pick it right now. We got a
Kinda
whole
wanna try a
showcase
hairstyle
here.
too. And now to complete the look. Plenty to choose from here too. I
There's
feel
actually,
like
oh
we
my,
could spend
there
all
actually
day
is a
on
lot of
this.
customization on the trainer
And
front,
while you're trying
which I
out
think is a
all
pretty good.
sorts of
There's
styles,
camera app.
You can whip out the camera app and go snap, snap, snap. Looks like this trainer found the perfect style. Line up a good shot and snap. Now they've updated their profile picture.
Okay.
Looking
There's
back
your
on
trainer
photos
card.
you've taken of scenic vistas or memorable moments with beloved
The kid's got the
Pokemon
Switch.
is just one
Get
more
'em.
way to enjoy your adventure. And now it's pickup time with Pokemon.
Maybe,
When
you know what?
Pokemon
Maybe
got
you
ready
really
from a
do
long
get the
journey,
legendary.
a nice scrub and
I mean, if they're
shower
not,
gets 'em all
I mean,
clean.
they, yeah.
Looks like
You know
it
what?
feels
Let's
nice,
let's
too.
make that assumption.
Before having lunch, Pokemon can get out some energy by playing with a ball.
Just sitting,
can
like,
just
look.
tell how much
I
fun
was
they
gonna say,
have.
like, look at everybody here, and then you just have Koraidon right there.
Oh wow, could this be a
Oh,
Pokemon
what?
egg? Apparently, eggs can sometimes be found during picnics.
Hey, why though? There's some
And now, the
implications for
moment
that.
we've been waiting for, sandwich time. This trainer came prepared with plenty of ingredients they bought in town.
I'm not gonna lie though. I think the curry idea was great.
This one may be a little
Even though I
overstuffed,
hardly ever
but they
used
might
it.
hold together.
Yeah. Oh, would you?
Just gotta put
The
bread on
cucumber
top
just
and
dropped
finish it
from
off
the
with
sandwich. Come on now.
Done.
That's not bad though, as far as the food texture. At least it's better than
Oh,
whatchamacalls
looks like
it.
it's a hit with everyone.
Fire Emblem 3 House. Lord.
Sandwiches can give you benefits like making certain types of Pokemon easier to catch or making your Pokemon gain more
But at the same time, it is
experience.
kind of rough. I'm not gonna
Time
lie.
for a group photo with these satisfied Pokemon.
Hey, listen, the budget went somewhere. The
Okay,
focus
looks like more
is
of our
definitely
trainer
on
friends have shown up.
your character,
All right.
and then
Gonna
just
take on
other
the Terra
things.
Raid battle. Can these trainers work together to
Oh
defeat
yeah, okay, yeah, the raid
before
battles.
time runs out?
I think that was a great
Their
thing to
opponent
add.
is a Chansey that's terrestrialized into a ghost type. What kind of fight will the strong, sparkling Chansey put up?
You can also do this. Yeah, you can. Maybe? We'll see. Oh.
It's really powerful. These trainers better stay to
Oh yeah, that's right.
band
Sableye
together
doesn't
and
really
strike
get
back.
like the super effectiveness on that. I think it's because it's ghost and dark type, right? It's just neutral. Still hurts.
If your Pokemon gets knocked out in a Terra
Finally
Raid
some
battle,
Vulcan
don't
food.
worry.
Actually not really, because Gordon Ramsay would
If
just
you
say,
recover and
this
rejoin
shit,
the
it's
fray.
raw.
Hang in there, Sableye.
He doesn't say that for everything. You just have to like go above and beyond, and then he'll praise it.
By cheering. It's all about teamwork. Watch how the battle's going and decide how you'll handle the fight and work with your fellow trainers.
That's nice though.
Almost there. Keep it up.
Listen, all you need is wide guard. You're good. Well, actually, that only really works on like the widespread ones, right? Or even prioritizing stuff.
Oh wow! That was a beautiful Terra Raid battle victory.
And then,
With
yep.
it comes the chance to catch this Terra Pokemon. When you join forces to win your battles, the bond
I was gonna say,
between
look at that
friends and
animation.
Pokemon
Jesus.
shine even brighter.
That by itself is bitrate hell. Everything else is okay though.
All right.
Oh.
That chance with a rare Terra type
It's
is
just like,
now
oh.
part of the team.
Okay.
So, what'd you think? While you were getting a look at these four trainers' journeys, did you spot a glimmer of something that could become your personal treasure?
I'm not entirely sure. Like, I know exactly where I want to go, and that's anywhere.
About all these things. Of course. What you just saw was only a glimpse of the adventures awaiting you. In
I
the
almost don't even want to like go to like gym battles or anything like that. I just want to like see where I can go, how far I can like roam around, and like what team do I just have like by the time I finish up.
May they shine bright.
because that's like one of the biggest things for me so far. I definitely like what I see. I like the this perspective on the video, just being like, all right, let's show you these different possibilities here of like where you can be going. And that's kind of been like the main focus, especially with the idea of opening up to like a multiplayer cooperative adventure. I pointed out previously that the really cool thing was when you were trading with someone else, was that it was like within the same region. It wasn't even one of those things where it's like, oh, you obviously you're just going out on the internet. It was like, no, this guy just literally just does a big jump over and you get something else in return. It just feels like as natural as that, even if you guys are connected just by the internet, by online only. So I really like that aspect of it, and I'm hoping that when we jump into the game, we'll be able to do something like that. Just have someone consistent to like jump in on that kind of stuff. But other than that, I think one of the things I'm looking forward to in the game is just, again, it probably once I get my starter and possibly once I get like a Pokemon to ride, whether it be a legendary or not, just take that Pokemon and just go and just like explore it from there. And I don't know if I'll ever like come back with like excessively high level Pokemon and see what the gym leaders respond to that. I'm really curious because I think we had heard something about obviously you have the freedom to choose, but some I guess gym leaders will adapt to like whatever Pokemon strength you may have or may not have. I'm a little hazy on the details because it's been a while since I've heard it, but that is something that I'm really curious about, like similar to how what was it, Pokemon Origins, the one with Red, right? We walked up to Brock in the show. I think it was Generations as well. I think no, it's Origins or something like that. Brock's like, oh, so you only got like how many badges? None? Huh? All right. And Brock specifically takes 2 Pokemon out for that. I was like, if gym leaders had something where it's like, it just depending on like how far you are in the game badge wise or even like level wise to your highest level Pokemon, which might be a problem later on, they will actually decide which Pokemon to like go with, which team to go with. This does open up like much more freedom, like it did with Legends Arceus, where I literally started up the opening area there and I just went the whole circuit as far as I can go without taking the tutorial with was a Hikari. No, I don't think it was Hikari, but it was Akari. Needless to say, I'm totally looking forward to the game for sure. As far as Farigiraf, that was interesting evolution. I'm happy that Girafarig does get an evolution, because I feel like as a psychic type of like the 2nd generation, Girafarig wasn't like well utilized, if not as strong as like some other ones in the past, and having an evolution no matter what does help it balance out as far as the strengths of it. Also design wise, I think it's pretty appropriate because now it actually like the name Girafarig, and you just hear the giraffe part of it and you're like, it seems rather small, and then like the evolution shows it as much more of a traditional giraffe, and I'm like, oh, okay, all right, I like that. Also, finally some food that isn't curry, said Ibrahim earlier. But yeah, who the hell has the right time to have to complete that? It's true, there's 300 dishes of curry. I never even dabbled into that really. I do know the benefits is that it does help tweak the encounter rates for the Pokemon in the general area. But other than that, yeah, no, I didn't really like go into that. But I like the idea though. Like I like the idea that it's a whole camping process and you just like add ingredients, and always like curry just looks good, just generally speaking. And but here in the picnic, it's like it's just kind of like sandwiches. What's really worrying is the fact that you'll find eggs just randomly and you're like, did a parent Pokemon just leave this here? Because we all know where it's coming from, right? But yeah, so just in a little over a month, the game's coming out. I'm liking the features that they're adding in there, and I'm hoping that it's a good step in the right direction. I do think though, there's some things obviously like texture wise that like could be refined, but I think that's a general like concern for like a lot of people who've been playing the games for a while and kind of want to see like a bigger jump as far as just like the details and everything. Having said that though, I think the characters in the game, character models, are like the most like up to spec that I've ever seen, and that's where a lot of the focus goes. So I mean, that's my take on that. I think that's pretty much everything. Alrighty guys, appreciate everyone for tuning in for that. We're gonna go ahead and shift over our focus on